Hey, it's Saturday, September the 6th, 2025. My name is Thom Rigsby, and this is your AmCon Daily Brief. On today's show, sometimes the danger isn't what's in front of you, it's happening just out of sight. Distractions are one of the oldest tricks in the book. We'll get to that, but first, let's get you up to date with the latest from your ASAT team and the Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for September the 6th, 2025. Up first today, Texas has become the 7th state to ban the sale of lab-grown meat. Governor Greg Abbott signed Senate Bill 261, which went into effect September the 1st and prohibits the sale of cell-cultured meat until September the 7th, 2027. This move aims to protect traditional livestock industries, with officials emphasizing the right of Texans to know what's on their plate and supporting meat from pasture rather than labs. Legal challenges are expected as this legislation takes hold. In health news, 3 active cases of tuberculosis have been reported in Maine, contributing to a nationwide increase in this deadly disease. The Maine Center for Disease Control is actively investigating and conducting contact tracing as TB spreads through the air and can cause symptoms like persistent cough, chest pain, and fatigue. Additional recent cases have been identified in California and Michigan, highlighting the need for vigilance and medical attention if exposure is suspected. Shifting to food safety, a recall has been issued for frozen vegetables across several states, including New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Florida, and Washington, D.C. Indico Potatoes has recalled frozen peas, carrots, and mixed vegetables due to potential contamination with Listeria monocytogenes, a bacteria that can cause serious illness, particularly in vulnerable populations. Consumers are advised to discard or return the products bearing specific lot codes and use-by dates. Turning to nationwide concerns, the potential for civil unrest remains elevated. Various protest events are scheduled today and throughout the weekend across the country, including rallies in Los Angeles, Brooklyn, Portland, and other cities. Members are reminded to remain alert, know their exits when attending public gatherings, and report any suspicious activities to law enforcement and the ISAT team via designated communication channels. Finally, regarding today's weather, there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over parts of the Tennessee and Ohio valleys today, with the potential for damaging winds, isolated hail, and brief tornadoes in those areas during the late afternoon and evening. Air quality alerts persist across the northwest and northern and central high plains. Monsoonal moisture will continue to bring heavy rainfall and a risk of flash flooding in the southwest through Saturday. Please stay tuned for updates and exercise caution if in affected regions. Members can access the American Contingency Members-Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis-ready.
We are still with the Johnson family as they pull into a rest stop on their evacuation route. Emily takes the kids inside, and a stranger approaches Daniel in the parking lot, asking for directions. While Daniel is engaged, another person drifts a little bit closer to the car, glancing inside. Nothing's happened yet, but the setup is clear. One person distracts, the other exploits the opening. It's a common tactic, and without awareness, it's easy to miss until it is too late. At AmCon, we teach that situational awareness means seeing beyond the obvious. Not every threat announces itself loudly. In fact, many begin very quietly, with something as simple as a stranger's question. Distraction tactics are common because they exploit our natural instincts. We're wired to respond when someone asks for help. Most of us want to be polite, but awareness requires balancing courtesy with caution. If one person commands all of your attention, ask yourself, what else is happening around me while I'm focused here? This principle extends beyond the parking lot. In retail thefts, one person may engage a cashier while another slips items away. In personal safety scenarios, one individual may strike up a conversation while an accomplice closes distance. Even in emergencies, false alarms can be used to divert resources while another vulnerability is exploited. The key is to keep a 360 mindset. If someone approaches, widen your awareness. Don't narrow it. Where are their hands? Who else is nearby? What's happening at your car, your kids, your exit? By training yourself to zoom out instead of tunnel in, you maintain control of the whole picture. And here's the empowering part. Most threats evaporate once they realize they've been noticed. Criminals look for easy targets. A family that projects alertness where mom and dad are scanning, the kids are close, and no one looks distracted, is far less likely to be chosen. Situational awareness doesn't mean living in a state of paranoia. It means understanding that distraction is a tool and refusing to be the easy mark it relies on. So today's challenge is to talk with your family about distraction tactics. Role play a simple scenario. One person approaches with a question, while another tries to get too close. Practice keeping distance, staying polite but firm, and most importantly, keeping awareness on the bigger picture. Awareness doesn't just protect you. It trains your kids and teammates to recognize when something feels off. That habit alone can stop trouble before it ever starts. Tomorrow, we're going to close the week's arc with a Sunday reflection, how practicing awareness doesn't create fear, it actually builds peace of mind. Because the more you see, the less you have to fear. As always, thanks for listening to the AmCon Daily Brief. If you're already a member, make sure and check out the resources available on our members-only website. And if you're not a member yet, head over to AmericanContingency.com and join the network to start building real resilience today. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.